Hey, what's good, everybody? I wanted to do a special Dia de los Muertos read. Um, I want to see if in honor of Dia de los Muertos, if there's anything that the ancestors want to say, right? Whoever's watching this, if any loved ones that have passed on or any of your star people relatives, the creator, anybody wants to give you a certain message. I'm gonna use this deck that I haven't used before, so be patient with me when, as I read it. But it's a beautiful deck. It says here that it was actually painted in Teotihuacan, Mexico, right? So it's a beautiful deck, and you know, I'm gonna break it in right here with you guys. It is a Dia de los Muertos deck, right? So I'm gonna shuffle this real quick, and let's see. Kind of feel like I'm supposed to start off with the Jade Oracle. Let me see. Maybe let me shuffle this real quick since I already started, and then I'll let me see. I'll put this on the side real quick. Let me start off with because the Jade Oracle, anyways, I normally just pull one from here because it's one of those that really it's not about an intuitive read. It's more about like what do you call it? It's more about just reading what the message is, right? So that's fine. If it is like a cultural one, then I'll do this, right? The Oracle Jade, right? So let's see what message the ancestors. Look at my sweater, little Dia de los Muertos sweater. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, it has all the little. So so it's good. It's perfect for the day. I could see that they want to oh, okay. Touched. That's interesting. Well, two of them came out. I usually don't take the two, but let's see. The two that came out is Tochtli, Rabbit, Conejo, and I mean it kind of goes with what I'm talking. I literally said the star, your star people, and it says Seeds y Mime, Star Woman, Mujeres Estrella. I know that looks kind of spooky, but hey, if it's very fitting for Dia de los Muertos, so you know what? I guess I might as well read them both. I'll start with yeah, I'll just do it in order, right? The rabbit was on top, right? The Tochtli, and then the Mujeres Conejo, right? Let me read it in English. So, oh, this way is in English. Let me see real quick. So hopefully you all had a great Halloween and all that good stuff. Tochtli, conejo. The rabbit is a prominent symbol in ancient Mexico in two very different ways. First, the rabbit is seen on the face of the moon in one of the creation myths. The sun and moon were both equally bright, and one of the deities put a rabbit in the moon to dim its light so that the earth would have night. Second, the rabbit is linked with the intoxicating beverage pulque, also associated with mamajuel, and the maguey plant. If a person is intoxicated, the 400 rabbits sent son totoshtin, totoshtin take control and anything can happen. When the rabbit comes to you, it is a sign to take off your mask and be your authentic self. If something or someone is trying to dim your light, you need to do something to allow your true light to shine brightly. Wow. So already the ancestors telling you take off that mask, right? Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Wow. So that isn't a message right there. Straight up, right? The ancestors saying that. I won't be surprised if the star woman has something similar. Star woman, Mujeres Estrella. Although the Spanish called them devils and demons, monikers that persist today, the tzitz ime are associated with stars, the powers of creation, the feminine and the underworld. As a metaphor, bones symbolize the creation of life as opposed to death. So they are prominent in their images. Bones symbolize the creation of life as opposed to death. Wow. So they are prominent in their images, and it's funny how they, everything's backwards in today's culture, right? But bones symbolize the creation of life as opposed to death. So they are prominent in their images, often associated with chaos. The tzitzimime bring destruction as a precursor to creation and a new order. They were petitioned for healing and had the powers of regeneration. These deities are called angels of the air and sky bearers, holding the sky away from the earth. They bring rain, water, thunder, and lightning. The tzitzimime play an integral part in the continuity of human life and remind humankind of their responsibilities to keep the cosmic cycles in motion. Along with all beings on this earth, you are part of the grand cosmic cycle, and you play a part in sustaining Olin, the primal energy of life. When the tzitzimime come to you, they remind you of your responsibilities and your power. What are you choosing to sustain, and what are you choosing to create? The tzitzimime demand mindfulness in all your actions. Wow. So, I mean, this is for anybody, obviously, right? If you're watching this, you're watching my channel and especially a reading, you're obviously someone that's tapped in, and they're kind of basically, if this is your star ancestors, they're telling you to, it's almost like pardon my French, but like a shit or get off the pot kind of energy, right? Like hey, you have a responsibility, take off your mask, remember why you're here, remember your soul mission. Damn. So that's pretty deep. And today is the Scorpio new moon, right? Here where I'm at, it peaked at 8 in the morning. But obviously I felt its energies very strongly already today, right? This morning, like I literally, man, it's like I barely even moved and boom, this glass fell. I made a reading. I mean, I said something, I don't know if it was this month, or I mean October. I forgot we're already in November, but it was like, about I had broken a glass or something, and so again, it broke this morning, first thing, like early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning when I woke up. I barely boom and a glass and it shattered, and I was like, all right, I get it, like perfect, right? It's the Scorpio new moon, death and rebirth. Letting go of all that, like literally, right? And that's kind of what this message, right? So, bam, like the chaos ensues so that the new could be reborn, born from from all of that, right? So yeah, beautiful messages already, right, from the ancestors. So just pay attention, You already know. You know what you need to do. So if you need a confirmation, maybe you've been stuck in, oh, I don't know, this and that. And also, you see how it talks about the demonized, right? Obviously, even me doing these readings, right? For so long, it took me to like feel more comfortable because of all the dogmas, right? Especially for my ancestors that were persecuted, with all these the religious beliefs, and it's still heavy in in my people, like or the in this human incarnation that I came in this time, like it's very prominent, right? The fear. You could teach someone all you want, and they still have the dogmas, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, it's saying like, remember all that. Remember where it came from, right? That everything was demonized, right? All of our ancient traditions. Wow, so I don't know. These ones don't wanna. Well, they're brand new, so I think maybe they need to get broken in first. All right, so Dia de los Muertos deck, right? Is there anything the ancestors want to say? Man, I should have just let it flow out. One was gonna flow out right there. There we go. Ángel de la Muerte. Uh-oh, maybe it's scarier than it seems, right? The angel of death. Oh, that's beautiful. Right. My brother came to me a few days ago. I don't know. I don't even think it's been a week, right? He came right in time for all this like Dia de los Muertos and all this. And it's crazy that he gave me a message and it barely clicked today. I was like, oh my goodness. He was trying to show me something and then it finally clicked today. So It's amazing. They're here to help, like, your ancestors. As long as you're not all that's why it's important to know, to know what do you call it? To know, not to be afraid of the ways of our people, or your people, whatever, whoever's watching this, right? Anyone that's watching this, to connect with your loved ones and all that. So, Ángel de la Muerte. When we behold death as an advisor and ally, we are reminded that every moment is precious. The moment is irreplaceable. The moment is a profound gift. Be alive here in this moment with the angel of death by our side. There is no place for petty grievance, frustration, or jealousy in the presence of death. We are reminded of the preciousness of the moment. Francis Rico. Message. Beloved, please don't grieve for me any longer than necessary. As much as I loved, well, I don't know why that pulled on my emotions real quick. Obviously, right? Dia de los Muertos, you remember the loved ones that you lost, right? Beloved, please don't grieve for me any longer than necessary. As much as I loved every moment of being together in our physical incarnation, please know that I am free. I am now in an expansive state exploring the infinite universe beyond the physical. I want you to join me here in consciousness. You can avail yourself of this delicious wavelength while still on Earth. A shift of awareness can pierce the veil. You've chosen this card because you are scheduled to receive the life-changing message that you are a forever being with an eternal soul that spans the galaxy in unending grace, just like me. This life is but a beautiful blip on the radar. Life is fleeting by design so that we can treasure every moment without taking a single drop for granted. Even as we are now with you in the physical and me in the non-physical, our connection is anchored in love. To step up the vibrational ladder from despair to hope, align your perspective so your challenges and blessings are seen through my eyes. Allow this view to entice you to exit dress rehearsal mode and enter showtime, where you give all the love in your heart to the ones you're with. Yeah, that's amazing, right? The message. Well, yeah, after it just talks about the card, right? But I don't want to just keep reading, right? So it's a reminder, right? So your ancestors want you to know that, this life is fleeting, so don't waste it with petty grievances and all this and that. That's beautiful, right? Yesterday I was driving to go get a deck and didn't have it, but I ended up ordering it. But on my way there, right, I came to a light and this one butterfly all random came flying you know, and then I kept driving and I hit another light and there's another single butterfly. And so I knew, they're always showing the signs that they're with us, right? Like our loved ones that have passed on. And even that, the magic, like to me, they show me symbols in so many ways. It's like, so just pay attention. Like if you're ever feeling lost or lonely, um, too many came out. That one was on top, so I'll take that one. Let me shuffle again. See, I'm not gonna put it back in the deck. Let me see if anything else comes out. But yeah, they're always with us, so don't ever feel like your ancestors aren't with you. But already, this is amazing. The messages, right? It's all about like taking off the mask. Don't waste time on petty grievances. It's true, right? Like I don't waste time on petty grievances, but I don't want to argue. Like I can't deal with people that just want to steal my peace. So I cut people off, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just I don't even have ill feelings towards anybody. I just don't want people to waste my time. You know what I mean? And my energy, because I feel everything, right? Oof. So I just don't want people to waste my time. It really bothers me. Cruz, number 11, Cruz. Let's see what the message is. Cruz. Resurrect your true purpose for living. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. And it says anonymous, right? So I'll just read it. My beloved, when this you see, remember me. You've chosen this card because you stand at a crossroads in your life, and I hope you allow me to help you. Wow, I was just talking about right there to help. I've crossed your mind for a reason now, so you can see yourself the way I see you, perfect and radiantly magnificent. You were born to connect the conscious to the subconscious, the ordinary to the extraordinary, and the finite to the infinite, in or finite to the infinite. In this exquisite art form called humanity, imagine activating the Christ presence within your sacred heart and imbuing your experience in this world with love. Instead of relating to life from a martyred perspective because of your grief, allow me to help you awaken to an inspired life in which you develop the ability to see past the illusion of fear and separation to the glory bursting at the seams. In other words, imagine if you could be guided by the compass within your heart. When I cross your mind, oh, I get it, cross and cry. When I cross your mind, honor me by making choices according to the loving way I see you. Though through this practice, one day you will awaken to realize you are in this world, yet are not of it, living in the sweet spot where heaven and earth embrace. Wow, that's beautiful, right? So that's the cross one. I'll do one more because yeah, I don't want to keep reading and then I don't know if I need to use any other deck, right? Because I like this special like Dia de los Muertos. This is the little book, right? As you could see, and it says, I think, did I say it that it was painted in? I said Teotihuacan or Tenochtitlan. Which one did I say? Teotihuacan, Mexico, right? I went there when I was a little kid, and then we went to like the pyramids, and I climbed the Sun Pyramid and all that good stuff. Oof! Oh wow! And Cementerio, 21 Cementerio, right? What was the other one? 11. One was 5, 11, and 21 Cementerio. Wow, that's beautiful, huh? Look at that, man. I mean, that's how the cemeteries are like in Mexico, that's why it's beautiful. Like you could literally just chill, like, I miss going to visit like my relatives over there, right? At the cemetery. It's so like I don't know, it just has a different vibe than the ones here, right? Let me read it real quick. Cementerio. Kind of feel like just pulling from this deck because I really like it. It's beautiful. This is the first time, so you guys are seeing these cards with me for the first time, so I've never seen them before. I know it's gonna be long, yeah, reading and stuff, but hopefully you don't mind. I said it's a special Dia de los Muertos one anyways. 21 Cementerio. Cementerio. Dig beneath the surface to discover the truth of your eternal soul. Though we tremble before uncertain futures, may we meet illness, death, and adversity with strength. May we dance in the face of our fears. Gloria y ansal. What is ansal dia dala? Man, I can't even see. I don't know where I left my glasses. I just can't because a little ans ansaldua. Ansaldua, I guess. To you. I never seen that last name. Okay. My beloved, it's lovely to have a physical marker for me in the place where my body last kissed the earth. I'm glad you have a tangible place as a springboard for your remembrance of me. However, please know I am not there as you remember me. I am the air you breathe, the food you eat, the music you dance to, the songs you sing, blankets, the blankets that keep you warm, the sunshine that radiates through the clouds on rainy days, and the dewy flowers that burst from the ground. I am a part of everything and I am everywhere. And that includes with you here and now. The only thing that needs to be laid to rest is your pain, suffering, and the thoughts that pull you into sorrow. You've chosen this card today so that it may raise you to a higher level of seeing and being where you can expand on who you think you are, who you think I am, and how to grow our continuing relationship. We are so much more than we knew each other to be in our short and sweet human incarnation. Wow, that's deep. Because it's true. Like when my brother passed away, like even that, right? Like my family wanted to go to the cemetery and I knew he wasn't there no more, right? And I had contact with him, you know. He became like my spirit guide, right? My angel, my guardian angel, all that stuff. And he was showing me a lot of things, right? Um, So to me, I would go to the cemetery for like my family, but like for me, like I knew he wasn't there, right? So it's kind of like I liked it, man. This is so whoever's listening to this, maybe it's someone that needed some kind of closure, right? Or remembering, maybe lately you've been in your feels. For me, actually, me personally, I did get a little emotional a few times for some reason, right? I started like, but I guess now it's just quick, right? I don't stay stuck in it because it's been 5 years, right? Over 5 years since my brother passed, so I'll get into a quick little moment of grief and then it kind of just floats away, right? It was nice that he came to visit me a few days ago and all that stuff. But so I think yeah, there's some beautiful messages for anyone that's watching this right now. I'll do one more. I know, damn, this is gonna be long with all this stuff, but hey, it's all good, you know. Oh, this happened to me. Like I had gone to that. I did a video with Lorenzo when I went to this cemetery. Whoa, when I went to the cemetery, ah, Squintle, Cholosquintle. Cholo Squintle. The little, the dog, right? The little chihuahuas and stuff. I love Cholo Eats. Cholo Eats. I didn't know it was Eats. Cholo Eats Squintle. Cholo Eats Squintle. I'll read it right now. But yeah, so I went to another cemetery by myself and they just told me one name. They kept saying it and I looked and I was like, well, where? I was like, I don't see you anywhere, right? So then I thought like, I don't know. I was like, do you want like is that you want me to communicate to somebody or what? So anyways, I had forgotten about the name, right? But I was even thinking maybe there's someone by that name I'm gonna talk to. Maybe this time it wasn't like the spirit's name. It's someone that they want me to communicate with, right? So I don't know if it was yesterday or something. This place that I go to, you know, there was this person and they said bye to them and they said bye and then they said that name and I was like, and it just like boom, I was like, what? So I know I might see most likely I'm gonna see that person again, and then I think it was their like I already kind of got a message. I feel like it's one of their relatives that wants to communicate with them, so I'll deliver that message. But I don't know why I brought that up, but I don't know. Well, I guess because of all this, right? Like people wanting to communicate, they're always there, right, to communicate. 14 cholo eats squinkle. All right, and then that's it. I don't know if I'll get another deck, maybe the wisdom of the elders, just to end it with that, or I'll just end it with this. Cholo eats Quintla. Number 14, right? So yeah, if there was anything you were curious about with your family, and so hopefully that you got a message. Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow too, the reading, just for Dia De Los Muertos. Treat yourself like you're your own best friend. Wow, that's beautiful. No one can give anyone else the gift of the idol. Only an animal can do so because only animals were not expelled from paradise. The love between dog and man is idyllic. Idyllic. That's I don't even know. I've never really seen that word, have I? Idyllic. It knows no conflicts, no hair raising scenes. It knows no development. Milan Kundera. Kundera, right? No, I should just put on my glasses. These things aren't small, just the name thing. It's small. Can't even see it like italicized, so that's why I can't read it. Milan Kundera, yeah. Message. My beloved, you chose this card because it's time for you to explore the true meaning of devotion, most especially to yourself and your well-being. Don't think your loyalty to me means you must carry out a prolonged period of morbid mourning. That is simply not true. I know you love me. I know you grieve for me, and I know you miss me. Know that my greatest desire for you is that you'd take the love we shared and multiply it. Infuse your spirit with the zest to make the best of the rest of your life in your moments of true aliveness. You uplift me. Every time you follow your nose and follow your instincts, you make me smile. Each time you indulge the urge to frolic, play, and roll around in joy, you boost my soul. You might even feel my presence tagging along, enjoying you, even playing fetch. You have excellent instincts and they have led you here. Know how deeply devoted I am to you, to your heart's healing, to your awakening. Think of me not just as one of your protective angels, but like a loyal dog who finds its purpose in fetching what you need. Wow. That's amazing. And I had I had released a single, right? A song, and I put my dog like on the cover, and the song's called Loyalty, right? Man, but that's such a heartwarming message. I'm like blown away. Wow, this is like such an amazing deck. I know it's called like the Dia de los Muertos deck, but I think I'm gonna probably use it even, outside of Dia de los Muertos, right? Because it's just an amazing, amazing deck. I kind of want to end it with that. I feel like the ancestors have given all the messages that they need to give. Whoever watched this, I think that it's really clear, right? Um, I'll just do one for them from this wisdom of the elders, like maybe some advice that I mean, it sounds like they already told you everything that they wanted to tell you, right? Like, because that was the whole purpose that I wanted to use this deck was for the your ancestors to be able to tell you whatever they really want to tell you, and so it's whoever's watching this must be grieving. There's something, and I think that's the message, right? To You don't have to grieve, right? And they're there with you, and the best thing you could do is not wear a mask, you know. Obviously, whoever's watching this is already tapped in, and look at that's so funny. Protection. I think that's their way of telling you, don't worry, you're protected. Look at all that. Like you got a posse of polar bears with you. Not just bears, but polar bears are kind of fierce, right? And look at, connecting with that spirit, not just, and that's how the sky looked today. When I was driving home, it just is beautiful. It was like a golden sky, but it just looked so like, and there was like one of those rainbow. I hadn't seen that in a while. Like when there's a rainbow like in the sky. I know it's probably from all the chemicals here in California, but that's what it was. It was like this rainbowish thing. So that's beautiful, right? Look at like, man, it almost looks like a portal, and they're letting you know like they're right there, right? Between both worlds. They got your back, right? Power totem and protection, right? So that's what I feel the message is. You're protected, right? You don't have to worry about none of that. You want me to pull one more? Okay, I'll pull one more. I feel like I heard yes. So, oh, I shouldn't have put it back in. I usually, oh, I usually don't put them. Ceremonial sacred fire dedication. Maybe it's time to just get dedicated to what you need to do. 16. Look at that. Maybe that, right? Like tap into that feminine energy. If you're a male, you know, I think a lot of the intuitive gifts probably come from that, right? Like we're just having that gentle nature, right? Because obviously with ego, I don't know if ego is more masculine or feminine, right? Because I've seen people that are just as egotistical being a female, right? So I don't know. There's a gentleness to this, right? This isn't like a card that looks like it's promoting, like, yeah, like a tough warrior woman or that, which sometimes, yeah, there's certain things that do. It's just like it looks very feminine, right? Very soft, very but like into it. It feels very like the epitome of being in tune, right? Like intuitive, right? Tapping into that, right? By the sacred fire. Dedication. All right, time to be dedicated to what and right under it too. This one that came out. This card 16 and this one's 40, and it's basically the same talking circle, listening, right? So it's time you start listening to the guidance, right? Again, a ceremony. This one, look at the clouds. It almost looks to me like one of the like the clouds are dancing, like doing the like the native dance, right? I don't know. I got lost in this card. So okay, I'll end it with that. I think that's it. Maybe I'll do another reading tomorrow, right? I wanted to post this one up tonight. Um, I think that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And thank you. I want to thank, whoever came through with the ancestors that um, whoever they wanted to deliver a message for, you know, hopefully it's not someone that just lost someone. If it is, then, I feel your pain. Don't worry. I think your ancestors said anything that you needed to hear, right? So if you were guided here and that's the message, if not, but not necessarily, right? It might just be like not necessarily. This could be just your ancestors, right? Like um, like I said in the beginning, that's your star ancestor. So we're talking about, outside of here, there's no time, right? There's nothing exists. Like I get it in here, yeah, time exists and all this stuff, or we already created that, so it's very present, right, in our lives in this existence. But outside of here, there's no time, and they're there, right? Like literally. So I'll end it there because I'm gonna keep babbling on because all these things, as I'm saying stuff, I'm remembering all these things, all these like times that I've been visited by all these different beings and stuff, and it's just like so. Okay, I'll end it there. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace.